and factual stuff. My name is God. Have I said my name already?
No.
My name is Godwin Nambo. What date is today?
So today is the 25th of April, 2022. So we have 5 more days.
Counting down to the end of the month.
Yes, until the end of the month. And
May is
May.
coming.
Listen, do you know what? When it's May, that means it's over. The year is over.
March, April, May. So we're almost
halfway.
Wow,
but anyways, we are excited to be here. It's a brand new week, brand new vibe. We have loads of fun, fearless and factual content for you, and for the next 2 hours, we'll be keeping you entertained, inspired, and of course informed.
As always, let me pause and acknowledge my
thank you very much.
Co-host.
Thank
you. Looking fly this morning.
Thank you very much.
Perfect for a Monday, if you ask me.
Yes, it is. It is, and you're looking absolutely handsome.
Thank you very much, my
dear. The number, one and only. Listen, do you have handsome co-hosts?
Don't start.
If you don't, then wahala for you. Dawa for you, seriously.
Anyways, guys, let's tell you how the show is going to go today. We are running very, very fast. The first segment is called Coffee Daily, where we'll be recapping the topmost trending stories in the world in the last 24 hours, including the fact that our Jamaican brother will be coming through with lifestyle and entertainment news for you as well.
Absolutely.
What has been going on in the world? Some of the things.
So, French Macron won the French presidency elections. So he has 5 more years, and you know he's the first president in, I think,
20 years.
Yes, 20 years to be re-elected. It has not happened before, so it's a glorious day in France. And you know, looking at how the margin, the margin in terms of between him and Marine Le Pen is, it was a lot.
Well, 58. 42.
Yeah, but you know, Marine Le Pen also came and she mentioned that, you know, looking at the margins and like, you know, the differences, she feels like it's still a win for them.
Oh, it is a win for them. And looking at 2017 elections, she did worse than she's done now. So she's done better this time, meaning that, you know, Macron wasn't so popular, but people still believe in him. And we hope he takes France to where France wants to be.
Yes, I hope so. I mean, he has already started working. So, anyways, let's see how it goes.
I'll be a president for all French people.
Exactly. But then let's come locally. And have you heard? University, Ghana, Kumasi. University of Kumasi.
Hey, University of Kumasi, I've gotten you.
University of KNU. How do you say? University of Kwame Nkrumah.
University of Kumasi. University of KNUST. University of what? Kwame Nkrumah University.
No, Kwame Nkrumah University of Technology and Science. Thank you. So there's a student of KNUST who has stabbed his friend, you know, because of 100 Ghana cedis. You know, so these are the sad news that we have locally.
Good accidents also happening.
Exactly.
So crazy. Oh, and I know you wouldn't like me to say it, but you lost your match yesterday.
I don't even understand what you're saying right now.
So when it gets to football, then you don't want to.
It's like I don't.
You're excited about everything about football.
I don't even understand.
Are you aware? PSG has won the
the French League. Yeah.
Bayern Munich has won the German
for the 10th time.
Charlie, it's crazy.
10th time. Crazy. Wow. But anyways, we're going to recap all of that today.
Liverpool is going to win the English?
No, because Manchester City is still leading.
1 point, my dear.
It doesn't
2 more games to go.
But
anyway,
no, it doesn't matter. But anyways, so today is Monday, and on Lifestyle Daily, we're going to commemorate World Malaria Day, including the fact that Ghana, Kenya, and Malawi are doing great things. They've come up with the first, malaria vaccine for children. Wow. And so far, they've vaccinated over, I think 60,000 children in the African continent, in the 3 countries that I just mentioned. So, to this year's theme is, enhancing and bringing, is not the correct one, by the way. I'm just like summarizing what the theme is today is, bringing up innovation in, when it comes to technology to make sure that malaria is, scrapped totally. So we're going to have a conversation about that today on Lifestyle Daily.
Absolutely. Malaria is a thing to talk about.
Yes, it really is. Even though it's treatable, it's still killing a lot of people.
It's the real pandemic, if you ask me. In Africa,
every single year.
Pandemic. But
every single year.
I'm glad you're making some giant strides in that area. Anyways, and following that is our hashtag daily. And today being Monday is Motivation Monday.
Yes.
You know how we want to start the week. Our special guest is going to be Dr. Rachel V. Brown. She's a philanthropist and an executive director of Every Miracle Foundation. You remember what Kevoy taught us?
Yeah.
Every Miracle a Moko?
Every miracle, every miracle make a moko.
Every miracle make a moko.
Exactly, yes. But anyways, and on the plot today, we're going to have a live performance. So do make sure that you stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely, guys. You are part of this show. It's your show, not just our show. Okay, so it's our show. Okay, so we'd like to hear from you. Send us a message on our social media handles at MX24GH, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And on YouTube, you can subscribe, like, share, and comment as well at MX24GH.
Absolutely. You can also reach us via our WhatsApp number on 0550-331-511. Send in your comments, video reactions to every single thing that we cover right here on the show, especially for Coffee Daily and Lifestyle Daily. Let us know, what are your thoughts on today's topics?
My DDOV is how we commence Coffee Daily. And hashtag my DDOV, meaning what inspires you, what keeps you motivated, what keeps you going. Share it with us. If it's a Bible quote, if it's a quote from your favorite motivational speaker, whatever it is, let us have it on the same number Edma mentioned to you, which is on the bottom right corner of your screen, 0550331511. We'll be glad to read it out. But let's share one with you. It's a song by Jonathan and Melissa Helser, and they call this No Longer Slaves. Enjoy.
I'm no longer a slave.
You unravel me with a melody.
Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is
If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. Screen mirroring and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and that was Jonathan and Melissa Helser with No Longer Slaves. And this is still the AM Club live on MX24, where we are home to fun, fearless, and factual content. It's now time for me to read some of your DDOVs coming in. Hashtag my daily days of him. Remember to add your name and where you're sending it from. As usual, it's a Monday, so make it good, guys, because we need it, okay? We need to kickstart the week. So we have a very own Cultured with the very first DDOV coming in. And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Cultured, of course. My motivation today is life is not measured by the breath we take, but by the moments we take our breath away. Let me take that again because it actually makes sense. So life is not measured by the breath we take, but the moment that takes our breath away. Ohima, University of Kumasi. Listen, I corrected myself. Okay, I said KNUST. Okay, Kwame Nkrumah. Anyways, let's move on. So let me read your next DDOV. So good morning. My DDOV is Psalms 121 verses 7 to 8. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from time forth and even forevermore. This inspires me to embark on my daily routines without fear. Nyamiche inside Sampale, and this is a beautiful quote. It's literally like one of my favorite Psalms quote. So it's Psalms 121 verses 7 to 8. Yes, to 8. Okay. It's a very, very beautiful quote, and I love it. So, Nyamiche, thank you so much for sending in your DDOV and for motivating us this morning. And amen to that, okay? Let the Lord protect us as we go in and we come back, as we go outside and we come back in. So, good morning. My name is Brainy from Akosombo. My favorite quote is from Sarkodie. He said, the easiest way is the hardest way. What's the sound? I was going to say, rah. Is that the sound? Is that how you do it? That's the one. And that is on period, okay? So, good morning, guys. My motivation for today is people will hurt you, but it's up to you to decide who's worth suffering for. Absolutely. Do you know what? My friend always says, listen, we are all demons in one way or the other. Just pick the demon that you feel like you can handle, okay? And that is absolutely true. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I've missed the AM Club. Thank God it's a Monday. Oh, thank God it's a Monday. Wow, okay, you're a Monday person, I guess. My DDOV today is no relationship is perfect, but please realize when someone is taking advantage of you, belittling you, emotionally abusing you, and treating you less than you deserve. I really love this show. This is Claudia watching you from North Carnation. Have a wonderful day, guys. Claudia, thank you so much for sending your DDOVs. And again, continue to send in your thoughts and comments to all the stories that we cover right here on the show, especially for Coffee Daily, that is basically our next segment, and Lifestyle Daily, that is after Coffee Daily. But it's not time for us to move on to Coffee Daily, where we recap all the biggest trending stories during the weekend and within the last 24 hours as well. And as usual, Godwin is standing by with the very first story. Thank you very much, Edma. We are going to start off on a rather sad note. And about 20 passengers are in a critical condition, while 26 other persons are injured and receiving treatment at the Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital in two separate accidents on the Kaswa Cape Coast Highway. The first accident happened at Gomwa Mpota, while the second happened at Gomwa Mankasim in the central region. Police say there were 3 vehicles involved in the first accident. A Kia Rhino tried to overtake the Sprinter bus but smashed into its side and eventually collided with the DAF trailer. In a separate accident, eyewitnesses revealed that a Sprinter bus from Cape Coast to Accra burst its tire and somersaulted in the process. According to reports, the accident was caused by overloading. There were 36 passengers instead of 23 passengers, including foodstuff. And I tell you, Edma, I can attest to this. I did my service in Cape Coast. I stayed there for 2 years. I plied that road, and it's if you, oh goodness, you should see. Yeah, I mean, this morning on my way to work, you know, on the N1, there was a truck. So usually there's hardly ever any traffic around that time on the N1. And this morning on my way to work, there's a lot of traffic. So I was like, what's happening, you know? So I was like, you know what? It's either because of the rain, because it floods the road sometime, or there's an accident. And truly, indeed, there was an accident indeed. And it was a truck carrying garden eggs. And literally, the seats from the truck has fallen apart on the street. Garden eggs everywhere on the street, and I was just like, you can tell it happened a few hours before I got on the road, but it was still, the vehicle was still on the road, so it was causing a lot of traffic. They haven't towed the vehicle away yet. So I was just thinking, what is happening here? And you know, the way the seats were out of the van, you know, sometimes when they bring in those vans from, you know, maybe accident vehicles from abroad, and they bring in those vans, they manufacture it again at you know, the local,
they cut
exactly,
parts of it to
exactly,
do, yeah.
And they don't do it properly. So this is how, you know, when these trucks or these vans carrying passengers when they get into an accident, this is how literally like everything just comes off, you know, and all the passengers, I'm sorry, there's no seat belts in it as well. So, you know, the toll of casualty just, you know, rises because of things like this.
Indeed.
You know.
I feel you. I feel you, Edna.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. But again, may the, you know,
your soul's
the
resting.
disease.
I mean, yeah, in critical condition. No death has been reported yet. But,
oh, okay.
Well,
but there's
let's see.
Okay, let's just see. But anyways, if there isn't any, then that's good. I'm sure they probably had mild injuries and stuff like that.
No, critical condition, actually.
Oh, wow.
Extremely critical conditions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But anyways, we'll bring you more updates on that story. Let's move on to another story. And all Glow mobile customers in Ghana have been moved onto Airtel Tigo network. So in a statement, Glow noted that it has entered into a nationwide national roaming agreement with Airtel Tigo for voice, data and SMS services to provide wider coverage and a faster internet experience for its customers. And we have a statement for you.
Let's quickly read the statement by Glow. Shall we? All right, so Glow partners with Airtel Tigo to enhance customer experience. Accra, April 2022, now in a bid to provide wider coverage and a faster internet experience for its customers, network operator Glow has entered into a nationwide national roaming arrangement with Airtel Tigo for voice, data and SMS services. In this strategic business move with Airtel Tigo, all Glow customers will automatically latch onto the Airtel Tigo network by 23rd April 2022. It is worth noting that all other conditions of service remain unchanged. This means Glow customers will continue to recharge with Glow scratch cards or electronic credit transfers and enjoy all existing Glow products, including value-added services. Glow customers who face any difficulty in automatically latching onto the Airtel Tigo network are advised to manually select the Airtel Tigo network in their phone or device's network settings and enable data roaming under mobile data network setting to enjoy superior experience on Airtel Tigo network. Glow customers may dial the existing customer helpline, that is 100 or 02300 10100 for assistance. They could also visit any Glow Customer Experience Center or alternatively dial Airtel Tigo's helpline 026 0000 100 for prompt resolution of any service issue.
That's very interesting.
Indeed.
I hope that Glow customers are aware of this and eventually they'll do what is needed.
I feel like so it's likely Airtel Tigo will probably be the second biggest telco in Ghana.
Of course, because they are collaborating with all
you
these,
know, I mean, Airtel is now Airtel Tigo.
Yes.
And now Glow is
because it was Airtel and it was Tigo, and now it's Airtel
Tigo,
and now Glow is
Glow
also
is
jumping
likely.
on it.
I mean, they are not
fully, but I mean, the customers are operating.
So let's see.
So, I mean, let's see. Hopefully, I mean, I think it's Ghanaian owned.
Yes, now it's fully Ghanaian owned.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing for our sector, our telecommunication sector.
We hope so.
Yes.
Anything Ghanaian owned, we are very excited about it.
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
It's going to be well.
Okay, indeed. But anyways, let's move on to some more other worrying story. The police in the Ashanti region have arrested a tailor's apprentice who allegedly killed a friend at Sewa on Friday in an attempt to avoid paying of a debt of 100 Ghana cedis. 22-year-old level 200 student of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology KNUST was found dead in a bush at Sewa. A stick suspected to have been used to hit the deceased was also found about 20 meters away from the body. The suspect, Emmanuel Boateng, confessed to the police that he owned the deceased 100 Ghana cedis, and he also stole an iPhone 11 Pro Max from the deceased. So Emmanuel Boateng will be arraigned before the court today.
Throwing your life away.
100 Ghana cedis, 22-year-old, 100 Ghana
Ending
cedis.
somebody's life and throwing your own life away. Young people, please.
Do better. Do
Please.
better. I mean, yes. I understand it's the motive behind it. Avoiding to pay a debt of 100 Ghana cedis. On top of it, you've killed him, and you've now stolen his iPhone 11 Pro. Do we have is there an iPhone 11 Pro Max?
I
know there's 30.
You know, I'm not.
There is. Okay, there is. Apparently there is. Anyways.
Some of us, we use excess, so we don't know. You people, the 13 Pro Max Pro, you know.
I thought it was a 12 Pro. I
know there's a 12 Pro.
The Pro Max started from the 12. Anyways, that's not the subject here. The subject is that somebody has killed another person because of a 100 Ghana cedi debt. And after that...
It's not just somebody, 22-year-old.
Yes,
let's be specific.
Emmanuel Boateng,
very young person.
Very, very young, you know.
In school.
And
like, I mean...
Level 200. Level 200.
I mean, what is 100 Ghana cedis?
You know, I'm sure there could have been an agreement, you know, maybe, oh, I don't have the money now, so, you know...
no, what's the worst that can happen? You can argue, you can fight, you can do all that.
I don't have the money. Okay, then take me, because I don't have the money. So I'll pay you eventually, but I don't have the money now. I mean, come into a conclusion, come into an agreement with the person. Do you understand? And eventually work it out. But to go to the point where you kill the person because you owe them, it's so wrong. But anyways, we'll bring you more updates on that story. Let's move on to some international news.
And in international news, a resident of the United States has been convicted for aiding some Ghanaian in perpetrating online romance scams in the U.S., popularly known as Sakawa. The 48-year-old culprit, Freeman Kelvin, was a middleman facilitating the retrieval of monies for his Ghanaian partners after they successfully swindled their victims abroad. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, the victims were vulnerable elderly men and women who were tricked into transferring their life savings to the defendant, who then took his laundering fee and sent the money abroad. U.S. Attorney also said Kelvin used an auto business in New Jersey as a front to launder millions of dollars in fraud proceeds to online scam artists in Ghana. Boys, Chamugu.
Wow.
Boys,
but it's the lady who is involved. You know, she's very popular on Snapchat. You know, I think she goes by the name of like a boss lady or boss chick or something like that. And she's very, very popular on Snapchat. She has a large following there. So
and she fronts the money, doesn't she?
So when the news broke, everybody was like, wait, hold on, you know, it's not, and then they started with the quote, it's not everything that you see on social media that you should be, you know, imitating or you should, you know, try and be jealous of, because these people, you don't know where they get their money from.
I thought Hush Puppy was enough for us to learn.
Sorry?
You know, I thought Hush Puppy was
enough, exactly, with the, you know, flashy lifestyle, but then behind closed doors, you don't know how they provide for that flashy lifestyle. So you should appreciate your own, you know, and work towards making your life better, but don't ever envy somebody because of what they show on social media. Social media, dear, listen, there are too many fake people there. Too many.
This conversation, we should have it later.
Absolutely.
Like the Tinder swindler thing.
Yes.
And this one, somebody asked, is it a crime? If I talk to someone and they say they love me and they send me their life savings, is it a crime? But it's worth discussing.
Yes,
maybe.
Absolutely, definitely, you know. You're right. But let's move on.
But let's move away from that to do some sports stories.
No, there's still international news.
Oh, yes. International news. I'm sorry.
Yes, there is. When we are going to the headquarters of France, and Emmanuel Macron, who have won 5 more years as France's president after a convincing victory over rival Marine Le Pen, so who nevertheless secured the far-right highest share of the vote. Macron won by 58.55% to Le Pen's 41.45%. So this percentage is, however, lesser than what Macron had in 2017, which was 66%. President Macron is the first sitting president in 20 years to be re-elected. So the centrist leader told jubilant supporters that now the election was over, he would be a president for all. Despite her loss, Miss Le Pen, 53, said her significant vote share still marked a victory. And indeed, she is, I mean, it didn't mark a victory, but I mean, it showed that, listen, the far right, they are growing in numbers. And maybe it also shows more prospects in maybe the next 5 years in the future for them coming into power in France.
Le Pen wins, she'll become the first female president.
Yes, she will.
We're hoping so.
Yes.
Are we not fighting for that? for women in?
Of course we are, but it's for me personally. Okay, what?
I want to hear.
No, for me personally, is what you stand for. I mean, yes, I am for women being in the highest position in politics, but then it's your ideology that counts for me. I'm not going to follow an ideology that basically is against my ideology.
So it doesn't matter if she's a woman or not.
Yes, when it comes to politics, yes, it's the ideology for me. But yes, having women in highest position of politics, it's a plus for me any day, any time.
Yes,
but
please.
I'll not just follow any woman. Yeah.
Guys, let's quickly do some sports stories now. And Didier Drogba failed to become president of Ivory Coast Football Federation as Saturday's long-delayed elections were won by Yassine Idriss Diallo. Former Chelsea striker Drogba was ousted in the first round of voting with just under a fifth of the vote. In the second round, Diallo squeezed out former Vice President Sori Diabate by 63 votes to 61. Saturday's election in the political capital Yamoussoukro had been postponed several times since 2020, primarily over the ongoing issues over the eligibility of certain candidates, with Drogba prominent among them. Man. Anyways, now let's check out results in the March week 26 in the Ghana Premier League. Hasselhoff cruising to victory in a 3-0 victory over Accra Lions. Ashanti Gold also winning their game 1-0 against Great Olympics. Brekum Chelsea defeating Aduana Stars 1-0. Asante Kotoko losing to Legon Cities 3-1 as Bichim United will play Karela United later today. Going to Europe, Arsenal stepped up their claims for a place in the Premier League's top four at the expense of Manchester United's ambitions in a thriller at Emirates Stadium. The Gunners came into the game on an upswing after ending a run of 3 successive defeats with victory at Chelsea, while United were attempting to bounce back from a humiliating 4-0 loss at Liverpool.
Xhaka again. Manchester United all over the place. Here's Saka. Lovely strike. It's a great save. The rebound is put in.
State-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. Lighting system and foolproof sound, best lighting equipment, guaranteed TV shows and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
Anyways, away from phone. Away from, you should see the studio.
Reading video of his coming in.
Oh goodness, I could do this all year, man.
I'm actually reading video of his coming in.
We could do this all year. Manchester United fans will just
okay, let's go. Let's move on.
It's the biggest team in Europe.
Tyson Fury's story. He's done so well. Do you know what? He won his match. And on top of that, he's now retiring. And I'm like, oh, bless him. You know,
anyways,
I think it's a good way to move out.
Anyways,
close the curtains
since
forever.
We don't have time, let's do some boxing, please. WBC champion Tyson Fury produced a stunning one-punch stoppage in the 6th round to defeat Dillian White and then insisted he will retire from boxing. Fury dominated what was a scrappy bout and then unleashed a vicious right uppercut.
is here, and on MX24, it's GH month. As state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team. We've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi.
If the guy had come back up, he still wouldn't be able to beat
how do you
him.
know
So
that? Because I felt like the uppercut wasn't really that much of an uppercut. You know, it was like it's sort of like
you know, but you see in boxing,
true.
It happens.
What's
They
the
do
word?
it all the time. You're coming on to
And
him,
then
it's
after he
like
pushed
go
him.
back, let's fight. Like, you know.
But you know, sometimes, you know, when you're so tired, what was that? The 6th round. You know, when you're really, really tired.
The 6th round is halfway through the bout.
True, but when you're really tired and you fall, it's like coming back up.
You can't
is just
stand
like
the Gypsy King. They're beating him.
Oh,
It's
but
not the
me, I
pushing
feel
that will
like
change anything.
the
He couldn't even get back up.
But he did. He got back up, but it was just like, you know, he was like taking his time.
I mean, he won the game. Let's not.
Oh no, but you know what? He made a promise to his wife that this was going to be his last match, and eventually, you know, he kept to his promise. And his speech was actually quite nice. You know,
I liked it.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? This
United
is
Kingdom.
Yeah, you know, this is for the United Kingdom. You know, coming back to Wembley to have a fight, blah blah, making a promise to his wife for 14 years, and you know, the fact that he brought his wife, and I think it was good.
The wife
you know, boxing is because it's a physical fight, and you know, you take a lot of punches over the years. I know that it contributes to some damages to your body, you know, and the long-term damage.
Tyson is suffering now.
Yes, exactly. The long-term damage can be brutal. So I understand his wife also wanting him to stop, and I mean, I think he's made enough money as well.
The guy is a giant. Anyways.
He is.
Let's move on to tech.
Looking at his structure and, you know, the way he is, his agility is really good, you know. But anyways, let's move on to some tech news, and Instagram is in the news again. But Instagram is testing out a new feature called Template that will basically allow creators to make reels by borrowing formats. So the feature allows creators to drop their own content into a pre-made sequence. So you just have to tap on use template of any existing reel and then replace the clips with your own, and it will match the timestamps of the template reel. This will make editing reels on Instagram easier. Okay, Instagram, well, thank you very much for that. We appreciate you.
This has come for you people.
Yeah.
This has come for you Instagram reelers, so.
I know, I love to create reels on Instagram, actually. Do you know what?
Please, have you watched our One Leg Like This reel?
Yes!
Please,
So
go on MX24 TV.
Yes, on TikTok. It's even on YouTube as well. So, you know, go on TikTok, MX24GH. TikTok, MX24GH. You can also go on my TikTok, Ed Malawa, and you find a little dance. This is the only time I'll say Gordon did better than me when it comes to dancing.
Shoulder up.
Yeah.
Give them. Go check it out. You love it.
Go
you
check
love
that
it.
out.
Anyways.
For more sports news, breaking news stories, business insights, and MX, please head to mx24online.com for fun, fearless, and factual content. But it's now time for us to take you deep into the world of entertainment and showbiz. And Kavoy, looking like an African prince, is on standby for that. So stay with us.
Quad, everybody, welcome to Monday. Zane, I hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. I know I did. Zane, I hope you guys went out. I hope you guys did all that you could over this weekend. And now it's time for work. You understand? It's Monday morning, and guys, it's a fresh week, so go out and try to achieve as much as you can achieve for this week, and then repeat the weekend again. Zane, this is MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment, where I will bring you all the updates in Ghana and, of course, across the globe. And I say good morning to my team.
Hi, Hi,
Good morning,
Kofi.
Good morning.
Looking very nice and chilled
Thank
this
you,
morning.
thank
You know, he
you.
looks like, you know, your typical African prince, you know, living in a modern village.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
walking
just
around,
walking.
making sure
Exactly.
everybody.
He doesn't even drive. He rides a bicycle. Those kind of things. You know. Yes, I like that. I like that. But how you been?
I'm alright. How are you guys?
Yes, we're fine. How was your
Yeah,
weekend?
blessed.
My weekend was nice. My
Good.
weekend was
Did you
cool.
do anything special?
I mean, I wouldn't call it special, you know, but
When you
I went
traveled?
out. No.
Okay, you went out. Okay, yeah, that's special, I guess.
He's
Yeah.
a chilling uncle. So.
Yes, I know, right?
You know how the thing goes. You know how the thing- You guys are okay? You guys
Yes,
are
we're
good?
fine.
man,
We're
yeah.
fine. Godwin, he's still recovering. You know.
From what?
I don't know. He just on and off.
I
ill.
like how he said.
I know from what, you know.
Where you
Yeah, it was a little,
Just
you
like
know,
flu
maybe
and
stress,
yes,
you know.
so on and so
Simple
forth.
thing that my brother, don't worry. Simple
But
thing.
anyways, take us away.
Yeah, man, guys, my name is Kevoy B. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere at KEVOYB and for our stories. Now, renowned gospel musician Sonny Badu shared pictures of himself and a group of instrumentalists on his Instagram on Friday, and in one of them, which focused only on him, he was seen with a large tattoo on his left arm. So, Ghanaians have been seen in his comment section expressing their disappointment and disapproval of the tattoo, as he's a man of God. How did this make the news?
I know,
You
right?
know, I'm actually thinking of a tattoo. I just don't know where to put it.
Me
Maybe
too,
your
yeah.
You
brother
know,
tattoo.
man.
No, do you know what? I think the reason why Ghanaians are talking about it's because of who he is. It's because of maybe things that he said in the past regarding tattoos.
Tattoos and
you know,
stuff.
exactly. And then, you know, years after, you come with a large tattoo on
Maybe he
your
had
hand.
this. Oh wait, maybe not.
No, he didn't.
Because then
So-
this is right here. It's not.
Yes,
It's not like a,
yeah.
Maybe
No,
it's
no,
God. Maybe he
no,
tattooed
it's new.
God on his arm.
It's new.
No,
So
it's
it's
not.
like, you know, it's
No?
not even about the fact that he's...
It's not what he tattooed. It's the fact that he has it.
Yes, it's a
I know,
exactly. So it's like, you know what? Yes, you, in the past you've said certain things about tattoos, and now you have it. So I think Ghanaians are criticizing that more than, you know, him being a man of God and, you know, having a tattoo. I mean, they're saying that as well, but yeah.
He also
So-
knows
so,
that.
hold on,
you know,
here's the question, here's the question.
A person's relationship with God grows. You know, it's a
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we also need to understand, Ghanaians, whoever,
Yeah.
need to understand that there may be things. They are baby Christians.
Yeah.
When you're a baby Christian, there are things that you think you know.
Yeah.
And you know you can go on about to ranting, but when you grow in Christ, you get to understand that. I was a child. I was talking like
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
Like Paul said, you know, when
Yeah.
I was a child,
Yeah.
I acted, I spoke like a child. But when I became a man, I.
Which
But
Paul said that?
you know
Which
what?
understand.
I went
Which
on
Paul?
Twitter.
Who named Paul?
He's in the Bible. Paul
Oh.
is somebody in the Bible.
Paul in the Bible said that. Okay.
But yeah, do you know what? I went on Twitter and people were like, listen, I had to say this in Chi because I was actually written in Chi. So for dear, it depends on where you are. Because, you know, apparently this guy narrated something about saying, you know, one time he was speaking to his pastor via Zoom, and the pastor, I think, is somewhere like, I don't know, he mentioned a country, but it's a foreign country, it's abroad. And when he was talking to the pastor started smoking. So the man was like, hey, you know, and then
Cigarettes.
yeah, cigarettes. And then the pastor was like, ko fachamina hasen awo kumewa hasen. So it was like really
Anyways,
funny, you know.
So
and-
basically,
yeah, just translate
So
it.
basically, he was speaking to his pastor via Zoom, and then
No, I get the-
the
I get
pastor
the
was
English part.
smoking.
Yeah.
You know, he was smoking, and so
Yeah.
the pastor was like, you know what, forgive me,
me.
it's very cold out here.
Yeah, you know.
so-
So it's like he's saying that, you know, pastors, you know, behave a certain way depending on where they
Depending
are.
on where you are, you
Yeah,
know.
the environment that
In
they're in.
fact,
Because
they-
a tattoo in America,
human
being a
beings.
pastor
Exactly.
is accepted.
Yeah.
You
They're
can have
human
piercings, you can have dreadlocks, you can have tattoos all over
Christ
your
is not
body, and
against
still
any of
stand in
these
front of
things
people and
anyways.
preach, you know. But then here in
That's why
certain
I love
parts
my
of
pastor, Pastor
yeah,
Enoch. Charlie,
exactly,
we will drip.
exactly, drip.
Yeah.
You know,
Drip,
it's about
drip
the
out.
heart. It's about the heart.
Pastor Enoch.
So yeah,
Anyway,
but
big
anyways,
up.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Anyway, do more tattoo, brother. But yeah, people are asked. According to Banky W, Wizkid released 2 solo albums before leaving MA. Banky's record label, rather than the 5 required. Hold on, let's read this again. According to Banky W, Wizkid released 2 solo albums before leaving MA, Banky's record label, rather than the 5 required by his contract. The Nigerian singer, music executive, and politician spoke with Ebuka about his deal with Wizkid and how they ended things in an interview. When discussing his contract with Wizkid and how they parted ways, he stated that Wizkid wanted to leave despite the fact that he did not fulfill the terms of his contract. Now, he revealed that Wizkid only released 2 albums as opposed to 5 stipulated in his contract. According to Banky, that was enough for him because he didn't want anybody to stay where they didn't want to stay. When asked if he tried to talk him out of it, he said no, because he could tell that mentally, Wizkid was ready to do other things. For Banky, he just felt like some things were just meant to happen for a season, and that was the season they were meant to work together.
You know what? Every single person will have that mentality.
I want to get out for Banky W and salute him, man. That is amazing. That is amazing. What a human being.
Yeah.
Someone else would fight and say, you know what? Now that he's big, you know what? You need to come back and do the rest of the albums. And the fact that he allowed the boy to go even after 2 albums, because he really helped the boy.
Yeah, he did.
He discovered him.
He discovered him.
He discovered him.
He
put him out there. And those 2 albums were great, great songs. So he could have said, no, let's finish, because he wants to make something from him. It's like,
listen, do you know what? Listen, I believe that every single human being, we are seasonal. You know, we play a purpose in each other's life, and then eventually, when that purpose is fulfilled, we move away, either bad or good. Some people come into your life with bad purposes, and some people will come into your life with good purposes. But so as soon as it's fulfilled, you move on. And I think at that point, Banky knew that, you know what I came on earth to do for this boy, I've done it. He'll be able to achieve even greater things than I have achieved for myself as a musician or as a manager, eventually, if he leaves. And you know, managers, sometimes you need to understand. I mean, recently we read a story about, you know, Black Sheriff and, you know, listen, at one point, you just need to know that, you know what, I can't even help this boy. Like, his potentials are just too great. His dreams and his talent is just too great for what I have. Let me let him go for bigger things. And I applaud.
You know, the argument is that there will be an argument that a contract is a contract. Of course, a contract is a contract. If you know, but there's also a human part to this whole thing. So you know, when you're able to connect to that part, you do great things.
Exactly. And I love the fact that he didn't even question him or even try to beg him to stay.
If he had stayed, he wouldn't have done good albums. He probably wouldn't have done good songs.
And he probably wouldn't even be where he is now as an artist.
Charlie. This is the best thing I've read. Yeah,
well done. Well done. Don't beg.
Don't
beg, you know. Don't beg. Let them
Banky
go.
W probably have money, you know. He probably is.
I mean, he's a big
guy.
So, you know, having money has a lot to do with it as well. Because I mean,
so
if you have the last 5 million CDs that you spend it, and this guy disappear, my brother, you go vex.
Of course.
It's true. I mean, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, that's true too.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but we understand. You have to let people grow. Anyway, guys, Netflix is considering adding commercials as a part of its 2023 to 2024 plan, according to the CEO, Reed Hastings. According to him, one way to increase the price spread is advertising on low-end plans and to have lower prices with advertising. While Hastings said that he's been against the complexity of advertising, he said the decision was down to consumer choice and lower-priced subscriptions. Now, this comes after they had lost an exponential number of subscribers, partly because of the ongoing war in Ukraine, and also after the streamer announced its plan to charge more money from people who engage in sharing their accounts outside their households. Guys?
I mean, Netflix, I'm afraid for Netflix right now because the competition is tight. Look, and people are operating differently. Apple TV, Amazon Prime are operating in such a way that once you have an iPhone or you have an Apple device, you automatically have Apple TV. And they put on free content there. Some you have to rent, some you have to buy.
Yes.
You know, so
if they're rented, some you can just watch that movie, pay for the movie, just watch it, and then that's it. You know, you don't have to subscribe or, you know, have a subscription that you pay every month.
And they put free great movies there too.
Oh, yeah?
You know, just like Amazon Prime. You know, so, you know, having to pay your Netflix subscription every month.
And then you pay your DSTV, and then you, God.
And then now they're going to add adverts. Well, let's see how that goes for them.
Exactly.
God go with you, Netflix. You understand? Anyways, guys, according to 19-year-old Bad Baddie,
Bad body. Hey.
Is that bad?
Bad baby.
Is Bad Baby or Bad Barbie?
Bad baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
All right. Bad Baby. According to 19-year-old Bad Baby, she has made $50 million out of her OnlyFans page. Whoa, shortly after announcing her page in 2021, she posted a receipt showing that she made over $1 million in just 6 hours. What are we doing? Now, for the doubting... For the doubting Thomases, last month she bought a $6.1 million Florida mansion from NFL linebacker Jean-Pierre Paul in cash. Now, Bad Baby became known for the viral video meme and catchphrase "Catch Me Outside" after appearing on the Dr. Phil show in September 2016 when she was just 13 years old. Now, she isn't the only artist to open an OnlyFans account. In the past, artists like Cardi B, Tyga, Ruby Rose, Blueface, and others have also had OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is such a, I think it's a
But
smart platform.
did you get taxed after getting that money?
I have no clue.
I'm sure it's America. They'll tax it.
Okay, all
They'll
right.
tax it. But OnlyFans, let me say OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, I like the idea. The idea of OnlyFans is very interesting.
What's OnlyFans? Like, what do you do on OnlyFans?
So it's a platform where you post explicit pictures and videos of yourself.
Not just explicit. Anything you do.
Yes, anything
any exclusive thing
exactly,
you do.
Exactly.
So people just follow you. It's only whatever you have is just for
they
fans.
pay to watch.
OnlyFans will pay to watch you. You get what I'm saying? Do you know Instagram is beginning to take that, adopt that thing? So now people can actually, you have to pay
Creators
or subscribe
or content creators
to watch their stuff.
Yeah.
So if you follow somebody who's like a gymnast and you like what they do, you now have to pay to watch their videos, else you can't see. You get it?
That's interesting.
So they are taking off the idea from OnlyFans.
I mean, I was watching a documentary about, how social media these days have creators, millionaires, out of nowhere. And obviously OnlyFans was one. TikTok was also one. Instagram was actually quite further down because Instagram is only adapting to the idea of making money from Instagram. I mean, they've been doing it for quite some years, but over the years, OnlyFans, and TikTok has taken over in terms of people making actual profit, like becoming millionaires through their app. And, OnlyFans, there's a mother and a daughter who make very funny, videos together. And when I tell you the amount of money, they are ordinary people. And, if you check the story as well, I mean, they went bankrupt. They were living on the streets. They didn't even have money. So from, grass to grace kind of story. And they make videos, daughter and mother. The mother is like in her 50s, but she was like, you know what, you'd be surprised the amount of young boys out there who like old women.
You will be surprised.
I was like, damn.
She will be surprised.
Yes,
You will be surprised.
and she dresses funny, she would dress like a nurse, but you know those really
Sexy nurse.
skimpy, nurse outfit costumes, and she'd do her videos with her daughter.
Is she like a nice 50-year-old?
Yeah, she doesn't look her age actually.
Hey, Charlie.
She doesn't. So it was just one of those stories, that you find on YouTube, and it's good,
Nice.
apps are helping people to come out from
Let's
poverty.
open an OnlyFans account,
No,
please.
I don't think I will.
Let's move on. I mean, you can do your gym stuff, I
My
guess.
father will not be proud.
But you know what? It's funny. There's some guy that they do this gym thing, and he'll be pouring water on himself, and
And
I'm
people,
like,
and people pay to watch
that. But anyways,
That's
let's
interesting
move on.
to know. All right. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is all for MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment today. My name is Kevoy B. Enjoy the week, guys. Little more. Big up yourself. Godman, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kofi B, for that. And that's about it for Coffee Daily. Up next is Lifestyle Daily, and today our conversation will be centered on malaria to commemorate World Malaria Day.
In the meantime, enjoy another gospel song. Promises by promises by promises. Marrick City Music. We'll be back.
Faithful through the ages. God of Abraham, you're the God of covenants and faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you do just what you said. Though the storms may come and
Screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Look.
to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great.
Us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 MX24 Studios. If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. On the 26th and MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
Your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era.
To your favorite morning show in the country, the AM Club. My name is Godwin Nambo. Still having the fun on the show. It's now time for Lifestyle Daily, and we are discussing malaria this morning. Now, despite considerable efforts throughout centuries to eradicate or control malaria, it is still the most prevalent and most devastating disease in the tropics. In Africa, malaria causes approximately 20% of cerebral conditions, leading to coma and death. It is therefore necessary to celebrate World Malaria Day, which is observed annually on 25th of April, to bring global attention to the efforts being made to bring an end to malaria and encourage action to reduce suffering and death from the disease. We'll be talking about malaria and its impact on Ghanaians with our guest. And I don't want to introduce Edma is standing by for that conversation. Edma.
Thank you very much, Godwin, for that. But before we get into the conversation, remember you are a major part of the show. So do send in your thoughts and comments to the conversation that we're about to have right now. Do you have any questions for our guest today? Please send it all to our WhatsApp number on 0550-331-511, and I'll make sure to read it and answer them for you. But like Godwin said, we have our guest in studio to have this important conversation. And our first guest is by the name of Anita E. Asamoah. She's a public health okay, that word. Okay, epidemiologist. God, it's a mouthful. Can you please pronounce it for me?
Epidemiologist.
Epidemiologist, that's the one.
Yes.
And she's also an advocate. And we also have Dr. Charity Chumesi Ankra, who is a health practitioner, CEO of Chapman Herbal Health Center and Chapman Herbal Training College. Ladies, welcome on the show.
Thank you.
So you're already an AM Club member. So now, Dr. Charity, you are now an AM Club member.
Right,
okay, and
that's fine.
Yes, welcome on the show. So today is World Malaria Day, and like Godwin said, is observed every 25th of April. And so far, what it does is that it creates an awareness on the disease, and then it also come up with a theme every single year so that we can tackle and make sure that we create some type of awareness regarding the topic. But before we start the conversation, I'm sure that malaria is a word that everybody is very similar with. I mean, I'm sure that at least one in your lifetime, you've had malaria before, you know, if you live in this part of the world or in certain part of the world that have the disease. So what exactly is malaria? And let me start with you, Dr. Charity.
Right, okay. So malaria normally comes from a bite from mosquito. I mean, let me bring it so down.
Yes,
I wouldn't
so
want to use
the technical
all the terms so people can
terms,
understand. I mean, normally malaria happens when you have a bite from a mosquito.
Okay.
And then once the mosquito, it's not every mosquito that gives malaria.
Okay.
It's a female Anopheles mosquito that will give a malaria.
Okay.
So once you have a bite from the malaria, from the mosquito, it travels into the bloodstream, and then from the bloodstream, it will go into the liver. By 30 minutes, it would affect every part of the liver within 30 minutes.
Wow.
And then from the liver, automatically, it will be transferred into the lungs. It can go into the brain, you know, then we say when it gets into the brain, that's where it becomes extreme.
Okay.
Then we say it's severe malaria.
Yeah.
That is when the brain will be affected.
Okay.
But basically, malaria is when you have a bite
Okay.
from a mosquito,
Okay,
an
so
infected mosquito.
Okay.
It's only a mosquito that is carrying the malaria parasite
Okay.
that can give malaria.
Malaria.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, would you say that it's just one bite by a mosquito that carries...
you don't need so many bites from a
because
mosquito.
you know usually when you go to like an area that maybe has like a lot of malaria, I mean mosquitoes, sorry, like let's say maybe a lake or where there's like loads of water and you come back with like loads of bites. They're like, hey, today I got really bitten by mosquitoes, so I might get malaria.
Just
one
a bite from
bite.
a mosquito that is having the parasite can give you malaria.
Okay.
You don't need so many bites to get malaria.
Wow. Okay. So now let me come to you, Anita. Like, how is malaria spread in Ghana, especially when it comes to some of our areas in Ghana? I know that some of our areas are much more prone to, you know, for the people who live there to get malaria. So how is it transferred from one person to another, or how does it spread around, you know, from one community to another community?
Okay, thank you very much. And good morning to all of you listeners as well. Yes, so the spread, malaria you can't contract malaria from someone else. Like if Doctor has malaria, then maybe because of that, I'm close to her, then I'm going to...
So it's not contagious?
No, not contagious. Okay. So it's not like a viral infection or... So just like she said, you get bitten by the mosquito, then you get infected. But of course, it is treatable. But in our communities, you know, we have communities whereby the hygiene is very low. we have the gutters, we have the stagnant waters, we have the toilets that have stagnant waters by them. So all those things are factors that make the mosquitoes breed, or let me say, places that make them breed easily. And then, of course, at night, if you don't sleep in a treated mosquito net, or you don't allow your children under 5 especially to sleep under treated mosquito nets, definitely you are going to get beaten. And just like doctor said, just once. So it's not like maybe
there are so many around,
and it's not like maybe when a mosquito bites, excuse me to say, maybe someone with HIV or COVID, then when the mosquito, that same mosquito bites me, I'm going to get COVID or I'm going to get HIV. No, it's not like that.
I mean, there's been a lot of misconception around.
So it's not so. So when a mosquito bites someone in Nima or excuse me, to a cantonment and goes to Siani and flies to Siani to bite someone, I mean, it's just malaria, no other thing. But except if it could be resistant malaria anyway, we'll get to that.
No problem. So now, Doc, what are some of the symptoms that you face when you have malaria? Because a lot of people contribute it to other things. I know recently a friend of mine, you know, had a terrible fever, but he also had the flu, so he thought maybe it was the change of weather that is causing it, but then later we found out there was actually malaria. So what are the symptoms and how can we differ the symptoms from other symptoms of other illnesses?
You know, when it comes to the symptoms of malaria, most people even I mean, they get confused with the signs and symptoms, even to that of kidneys. If you have a kidney disease, most of the signs you'll be feeling will be like malaria. So sometimes people even have kidney diseases and they don't know and they feel it's malaria. So, because it almost comes with the same sign. Now, when it comes to the malaria signs, mostly there's headache. Sometimes you have chills. Sometimes you even vomit. Sometimes you feel weak. You know, there's weakness. Sometimes you have loss of appetite. You wouldn't want to eat. And sometimes you have pain, not only headache, but the possibility that you might have a pain at your back. The upper back of the body sometimes comes with a lot of pain. Sometimes you even feel dizzy when it's getting to the acute stage, or when it's becoming severe. The possibility that you might even, some would even behave in a weird, you know, way is also high, especially when it's affecting the brain. Then the person begins to behave in a certain way.
Do you get hallucination as well?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, due to sometimes also the fever.
Definitely, sometimes fever can cause hallucinating. You might feel that you are seeing ghosts or things in your room. Sometimes you feel like falling. You know, so when malaria, the common signs we see is the flu, the cough. You know, malaria automatically will trigger a cough. It will trigger a flu, and then it will give some headache and weakness. When it's getting to the extreme, that's where the chills will come in. That's where hallucinating comes in. That's where you begin to even have bad dreams, you know. That's where you begin to behave, you know, funny. Then it means that it's affecting the brain. So when it gets to that stage, but these are the little signs that we see when it comes to malaria.
But with that being said,
then look, the temperature as well.
Yeah, sometimes you can have the temperature.
So the temperature is always too high, never too low, or can it be too low?
Most malaria temperatures go high. Mostly it goes high.
So if it's too low, then maybe it's not.
You see, like I was saying, I think the first thing that people need to do is to have a test. Because you can't tell these signs that I'm mentioning. If you have a kidney problem, you have the same.
For many illnesses out there.
Definitely. If you have a liver problem, you have the same thing. If you're about to get stroke, you might have the same thing. So it's good that you have a test to be sure what is actually happening.
So Anita, with that being said, how often do we hear cases of people mistreating malaria? Because you know sometimes they have malaria and they will just go to the pharmacy, buy, you know, painkillers or buy different drugs that are not tackling the actual disease. So how, you know, common is mistreatment when it comes to malaria?
So thank you. You know, this is my passion anyway. I talk a lot about antibiotics and
Yes,
self-medication and what resistance can do to us in the long run. Now, people, just like doctor said, for malaria, the first thing is you test first.
Yes.
You test before treatment. And no doctor would treat you before testing. You get it? But what we do is, because I get a temperature, I'm hot or warm, and then I'm coughing, maybe I'm having headache, then I just go to the pharmacy or the local chemist or drugstore, and then purchase, you know, just explain to the man that, oh, please, maybe malaria. But you've not gone for a test. You just tell him that, oh, I malaria. And he or she there, some of them are not registered or licensed, then they sell to you. So we have a lot of people abusing antibiotics and the malaria medications. The artemisinin-based ones, the chloroquine, those days the chloroquine, and now with antibiotics. Some people feel when they take antibiotics that it will cure malaria. No. So please, for the self-medication, it is very common. Our last search we did, it was part of the drugs that were self-medicated on. A lot of people were just ingesting the malaria medicines. And this is very, very bad.
So how important is it not
bad
to take malaria tablets if you do not have malaria?
Yes, if in the long run, when you have the malaria, then it could be resistant.
Yes.
The drug may not even work. The efficacy would, I mean, it would be zero on you. So it is at your own risk. You get it? And, you know, with drugs consumption, just like doctor said, when you have malaria, you can infect your liver as well. So you now having to ingest so much medication just because of one illness, then you should know that your kidney, your liver, is at risk as well. So the best thing is what? You go to the doctor, you let the doctor or the lab test, then he or she writes a medication for you, then you take it. So please, let us stop the self-medication. Antibiotics and malaria medications.
I mean, to add up to what she said, most people, even when they have malaria and they are given the medications, even when they are given the medications, once they take one or two and
they start to feel better, they stop.
They stop. And that is so dangerous to our kidneys. You know, if you are taking medication and you don't finish the course, medications are always a course. If it's a 3 days course, a 4 days, 1 week, 2 weeks course, once you start, you have to finish. But most people, once they start getting better, they feel,
Doctor will tell you, I missed today.
Yes,
so,
you know.
So they can't take it.
I missed today, they want to take it.
No,
maybe,
it doesn't.
You know,
once
so
you see, when you are taking medications, let's say I'm supposed to do morning and evening. I take morning and I forgot evening. I'm not supposed to take. Once I forgot, I have forgotten. You should go back to normalcy. You don't have to take, oh, okay, hey, man, no, it's never done.
Wow.
It's never done. It will affect the kidneys. Now, when you start the course, finish it. Don't feel that, okay, I feel better, I think I'm well, so okay, then I don't have to take the medications again. And then most people do and you know the dangerous aspect. They will leave the medication not finish, and then in the next 2-3 months they feel they have a problem, and they're like, hey, Kofi, you know, and then they'll go back to it. And these things, you know, there's a high rise of kidney cases now, especially among the youth. Especially among the youth. And this is what is causing a drug abuse.
Okay, so with that being said, how long can malaria stay in the body?
It depends on person to person. Normally between 3 to 7 days, you might have the malaria parasite in there. Sometimes it depends on the person's metabolism. There are people that have stronger immune system that within some few days they will be fine. There are people that don't have who don't have stronger immune system might even stay up to 2 weeks or even a month. I mean, struggling with it. So those who have very strong immune system, 3 to 4 or 5 days they are done and they'll be fine.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So with that being said, Anita, why do you think malaria is still a major health issue here in Ghana?
Wow. It is a problem.
Doc is laughing.
Yeah, it is, like,
you know. It's a huge problem.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
It is endemic, and it is a health, a public health challenge we have, because Well, it's not as if we are not working towards
Yes,
it. The
yeah.
Ministry of Health is working towards it.
yeah.
Other, people as well are working towards
Yes.
it. And then with the vaccine as well
Exactly.
now
I was
that
even
is
about
out,
to touch base on that,
RTSS, it's people are working on. There are innovations, but because of the way we are in our settings, our environment, the stagnant waters, the gutters, just keep your surroundings clean, but some people don't do that. And so the mosquito is still with us. Although it's not as if the mosquito is going to go anywhere. So we have to do all these things in combination with what we call the seasonal chemotherapy, malaria chemotherapy. So is it that maybe you're sleeping under the net, or maybe the child, like the vaccine, when we give birth to the child, they give them the vaccine, which helps in the long run, prevents a lot of deaths, So for the malaria or for the mosquito, it is with us, it is going to be here, and the female anopheles mosquito is not going anywhere. So we just have to improve our hygiene, keep our surroundings clean, clean our gutters, stagnant waters, maybe you sweep them out, or you dig them out once a while, Refuse, you burn them. You have any maybe refuse near your house or your environment, make sure it is clean. Make sure it is clean. That is just the only thing we can do, because let me say, agents that transmit them, they themselves too, they transform sometimes, and they get resistant. So with time, so they are just here with us. They are just here with us. So let us improve our own hygiene, your surroundings, and just stick to the rules. If you know you are where there are mosquitoes, especially please the children. The mothers know, please get them the treated mosquito net and let them sleep under it.
All right, so this year's theme is harness innovation to reduce the malaria disease burden and save lives. So with that being said, we just mentioned that Ghana, Kenya, and Malawi have pioneered, the very first world anti-malaria vaccine, and is set to basically vaccinate and save over 1 million, children in Africa. So with the theme being, talking about harnessing innovation, Doc, what does that mean? This new vaccine, this new anti-malaria vaccine that has been introduced to us for children, what does it mean to the health sector, especially here in Ghana?
I think it's a laudable idea. If we could, because on a yearly basis, you have a lot of children dying out of malaria, a lot, and not only children, adults are even dying from malaria. So I think it's a laudable idea if we have to, if children have to undergo the vaccine to make sure that they are safe from malaria. I think it's a laudable. The only problem is that, you see, mostly when we have vaccines come into the system, sometimes we find the education very low, and people feel, hey, especially those in the rural. You see, the panier, absolutely. And then you see people will start, hey, and what be? Yes, and then sometimes even the myth around some of these things, it makes people refuse to even take some of these vaccines even with mosquito treated net, people feel that, with them one from or show better. People have so many things when it comes to this. Yes, with them one from or show better. And to be jani mana mosquito arena, and I think if we accept these vaccines, especially when these children are young, this is where it's going to really help them, so that we can curb the malaria. It's getting out of hand, as if we are joking, but it's getting out of hand. If you look at the number of children that die every year because of malaria, it's getting out of hand. We have to really do something.
Yeah, just to buttress what she said, for innovations, every day the diagnostics, new innovations come up, and new drug discoveries as well. So we just hope that more funds is being put into research. And of recent, there's a research place that's been opened in Ghana where there will be, vaccine development and the rest of them, which is a good thing for us as a country, because we can develop our own vaccines, be it the tetanus, whatever, anything again. I mean, anything manufactured, drug manufactured, it can be done there. We can manufacture. So it is
the one in Pram.
Yes, please,
yeah.
the new one.
Yeah, the new one
and you see, Noguchi is there as well.
Yeah.
Wapsi is there as well. So I mean, they are doing a lot of work and research. All we just need is the funding, and that is why, as a country, we have a whole lot of issue with our health system. Yes. They have to put in more money into the into research.
So let me quickly read some of the comments coming in, and before we wrap up the conversation, this person said, "Good morning. I am Meshak Kasta from Panda." Or Pandai, I don't know if I pronounced that right. But a percentage or belief of some society still has it that one of the major causes of malaria is regular intake of granite or indirect exposed to sunshine. It's funny though, but actually eating some it's actually eating some societies up. Please, Anita, how do I handle beliefs associated to malaria as perceived by society? I mean, you just mentioned some of that. Yeah.
Please don't believe any myths. It is caused by the mosquito and not by the granite you take, or the granite soup, or the nkatikwine you take, or I mean, some people, just like some people, excuse me, let me just add this. Yeah, some people will tell you that, oh, many whites, they be white. It is an infection. Your boyfriend, the person you're having raw sex with, is infecting you. It is not as if it's just from the toilet. You know, these are myths, so we should just do away with them. It is not the granite. It is not the sun. No. In short, the sun, you get vitamin D from it, but I'm not saying that go and stand under the scratching. No, but then it is not the sun. Please.
So this person said, "Hello, my name is Haruna from Sunyane. Please, can one take anti-malaria with fruits?"
Please. Okay, please take all medications with water. Yeah. Doctor is a clinician.
No alcohol. Don't take it with alcohol.
Right?
Don't take it
with water. Alcohol. Just take it with water and take your juice later. Or I mean, but then if the doctor says eat it after food, then eat after food. Eat it. Take it before food. You take it before food. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of questions coming in, unfortunately, but due to time we have to move.
But wrapping up, the vaccine, please, vaccine, because it is good and it's preventing death.
Absolutely.
Even if malaria prevent it. So
thank you. I'm very happy that you said it in the local language as well, so that everybody can understand. But so today we commemorated World Malaria Day, 25th of April 2022, as per WHO, and I had Anita E. Asamoah, public health
advocate. It's okay.
Exactly. I know. You know how I'm posed when it comes to that word. But we also had Dr. Charity Chumesi Ankra, who's the health practitioner, CEO of Chapma Herbal Health Center and Chapma Herbal Training College. Ladies, welcome. Not welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this conversation. It was very, very insightful, and I hope that our viewers were able to learn something from this conversation as we also take part in creating more awareness on the malaria disease. But coming up soon is today's hashtag Motivation Monday. Please enjoy this song and see you very shortly.
His love is great. His love is wonderful. Welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24 TV, where we are home to fun, fearless, and factual stuff. And that was just a beautiful conversation, very insightful and educative conversation by Edma with her guests as we celebrate and commemorate World Malaria Day. But we're moving on the show. We're on our third segment. It's hashtag daily, and it's Motivation Monday. And our special guest this morning is a 31-year-old Jamaican. She's a lecturer also at the Ghana Institute of Journalism and manages StudyX, a virtual educational platform. She's the co-founder and executive director of the Every Mickle Foundation. She has conducted projects throughout 31 countries in fields including ending hunger, sustainability, youth, racial equality, women empowerment, health, culture, and education. In 2019, she was named one of the Caribbean's 30 under 30. In 2021, she was appointed as a World Food Forum champion. And I'm very honored to be talking to Madam or Dr. Rachel Brown. Doc, good morning and welcome to the AM Club. She's joining us via Zoom, I must say. Hey, it's good to see you.
Joining you live from the classroom.
I can see that. There we go. How are you doing, Dr. Brown?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. It's such a pleasure to be speaking with you. You're such an amazing person, and to think that you're just 31 is very inspiring. So let's go. What are you teaching this morning, though?
We're doing elements of mass communication this morning, and my class has actually been teaching me. It's presentation day. They've been doing well so far, so I'm very happy.
There you have it. I wish I could be part of that class to learn a few things from your class as well.
Come anytime. Come through anytime.
Indeed. Well, let's talk about you now, Dr. Brown. And first of all, philanthropy, such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful trait for anyone to have. And I want to know where that comes from. Was there any part of your life, any experience you had that made you think that, you know what, I want to go into philanthropy?
Absolutely. So it probably started when I was younger. My dad tended to take us to children's homes when we were little. We would have to clean out our closets. Granted, a lot of the times we were unwilling to part with some of our clothes, but he would take us to a children's home and we would have to donate the clothes, and not just donate them, but he would leave us there for the day with the children, and we would play with the orphans and get to understand who they are. And also, I guess from that time, I understood that it's not about where you're born or which family you're born into. You have no control over those things. People are people regardless, and they should be treated accordingly. I also realized how lucky I was to have been born into the family that I was born into, a family that was there, that loved me, that cared, that provided. And I decided I wanted to do that for those who were not as fortunate. So that's when my love for giving back and philanthropy started, probably when I was around 5 or 6 years old, through my dad.
Speaking of which, you mentioned it doesn't matter where you were born. So let's talk about where you were born. You grew up in Jamaica, eh?
Absolutely. Born and raised in the beautiful island of Jamaica.
Which part
Proud to be Jamaican.
Which part of it, and what is the one thing you remember most about the place?
Kingston. Honestly, what I remember most about Jamaica is probably the vibe. I go back every year, so it's not like it's a distant memory. I'm also constantly in touch with everybody there. Jamaica is a place where we like to say that Jamaica is not a real place. There is never a dull moment. There's constantly entertainment. You cannot be bored. Everybody is an entertainer. Everybody is brilliant and passionate and just has something to contribute to your life. So I love that about Jamaica. There's just never a dull moment. Also, the beauty of the island, untouched. Love Jamaica.
I'm not surprised. That's why our very own Cowboy B is never dull. He's always on fire and always entertaining. Anyway, so before philanthropy, what did you want to be growing up?
All right, so until the age of about 8, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Wow.
And then I started doing research, I know, into space. Granted, the technology was not the same at the time. And I recognized how easy it was for things to go wrong in space and how difficult it was to get help. And so I was like, this is probably not for me. And then I switched career paths to law. And then after law, decided I wanted to lecture and do philanthropy full time, just to give back. I feel like that's a big part of my purpose here.
And what were some of the challenges you faced, on this journey to studying law and lecturing as you're doing now?
Oh man, so many things. Can I tell you?
Please go ahead.
We have enough time to discuss
we're all ears for it.
All right, so I've been through pretty much anything you can think of, from abuse to homelessness to mental health problems. I have depression and anxiety, and I'm a firm advocate on behalf of those who also suffer from the same things. Neglect, just a lot of issues along the way, a lot of issues, but here we are. Resilient as ever and grateful to have made it through regardless.
That's surprising to know, because you did mention that you had a father and a family that was very supportive. You guys started being kind to other people at a very tender age. So one would think that the world will give back this love that you were giving to people. How was it not so?
How was what not so? Sorry.
How was it not so that sorry? How was it not so that you, at a very tender age, together with your family, started philanthropy, giving back to society and all that, and yet you faced all these challenges you're mentioning? I mean, how? It's almost unbelievable. And how did you surmount these challenges?
I think it's just life. Sometimes people don't get what they deserve, but I also believe that everything that happens to you happens for a reason, and you can ensure that it's either for your benefit or for your demise. For me, I use it as fuel to keep going. As difficult and painful as a lot of the experiences where I'm grateful that they happened to me. I know it's a strange thing to say, but I'm grateful because now I can properly relate to and empathize with people who are going through the same things. It's different when someone is coming to you and they're going through what you've gone through, or you've gone through what they're going through. It's a completely different, you know what I mean? As opposed to somebody who hasn't experienced it at all.
Exactly.
And so while it's been hard and scary and painful, I'm still grateful. And what kept me going was knowing that I'm here for a purpose and a reason. Also, these young people behind me that I think are just incredibly brilliant and passionate and impactful. I feel like I have a responsibility to them to ensure that I leave the world better than I found it.
That's really amazing. That is really amazing. But for someone or anybody out there who's probably going through the same thing you mentioned abuse and all these things, and are wondering, what do they do? What are the things you do? What were your guiding principles? What was your foundation? What was it that you did, read, I mean, whatever it is, watched? Was it a sermon? What was it that took you through these challenging times?
Yeah. So I'm very close to God. That's one.
There you
in
go.
a very unorthodox way. And I really just never want to let God down. That's a big, big part of me and who I am. Additionally, my family has been my rock. I can't tell you how many times I've called my mom or my dad just bawling, ready to throw in the towel like I can't. And they push me and they lift me up and they keep me going. Additionally, I think for those who are going through the same thing that might not have a relationship with God or their family, I just want you to dig deep and think about what it is you want for your life and for your future. And whatever that is, do everything in your power to get there. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help. That's something I've had to learn the hard way along the way. I don't really like to accept help, but we need help. If we didn't need help, we'd be on the earth by ourselves.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? We're here for each other. The second thing is reach out to people that you admire, that can mentor you, that can ground you. If you have to work for free, work for free. A lot of the times that's really what got me in the door. So yeah, those are some of the things. Just don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. And make sure that you know, regardless of where you are, where you come from, if something is happening to you, if it is negative, you don't deserve that. You didn't do anything to deserve that. You deserve better. to go and get better. And if you can't get better, get help so you can do that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
The motivational message I needed to go through my day this morning. Now, what would you change anything if you could, if you go back into your life? Was there anything you'd like to redo if you could?
Honestly, I think about that question very often. And my first, I think, gut response is nothing. I wouldn't change a thing. But one thing that I think I would have done differently, if I think about it carefully, is probably save a lot more. I would have been saving this whole time.
Saving what? Money?
Saving money.
Oh,
Lord
Jesus. Yes. I agree. My goodness.
That's one thing. I feel like I didn't save enough. I should have been a bit more frugal and focused on economic health and financial literacy, all of those things. I wasn't. I was just living life, trying to survive.
Trust me, you're not alone on that journey. Now let's talk about your NGO, Every Miracle Foundation.
All right.
How did you start it?
So I was in law school at the time in North Carolina, and my friend Ludlow was in business school. We're both from Jamaica, and it was snowing outside, and it was just a moment of realization of how far we had come. And I said to him, if it wasn't for people who believed in me along the way, people who invested in me, people who gave me a chance, I really wouldn't be here. And I guess for that saying, to whom much is given, much is expected, I really wanted to do the same for other people. And so we started Every Mickle in December 2013. We started with about 20 volunteers, and we were serving about 40 to 50 youth in Jamaica, orphans. We had our first Christmas Eve Fun Day, which is now an annual event. And it's grown since. One thing I've seen through Every Mickle is that people genuinely care. The world is not a bad place. It's filled with way more people who want to do good than people who want to do bad. And today we have over 150 volunteers. And we recently started Every Mickle Ghana. So look out for Every Mickle Ghana.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have some of the members in class actually, which is a vibe.
Wow.
A whole vibe. It's youth-based and youth-led, and I'm like, not youth anymore, so I'm bringing the youth in.
So tell me briefly, so what do you do in the foundation with all these volunteers? What happens?
So we have a lot of impactful service initiatives and opportunities for youth. Because it's youth-based and youth-led, I ensure that they are leading in the charge in terms of what we're doing and what we're accomplishing and what is needed. Our areas of focus are environmental sustainability, agriculture, women's empowerment, physical and mental health, financial literacy, education, the performing arts, and sports. So we've done everything from entrepreneurship competitions to football matches to dance classes and yoga, to women's mentorship events. And here in Ghana, what we're going to be focusing on is cleaning up the country, recycling, as well as safety of youth, particularly those who are on the street, and opportunities for them, and women's empowerment. So those are the things that we're going to be focusing on. And of course, that list is growing and things are adding to it every single day.
That is
but
beautiful.
That's our main focus here.
That's beautiful. We over here at MX24 TV will make sure that we join you in your next activity to support it.
Love that.
What would you say?
Love that.
What would you say are some of the proudest moments for you, highlights of that journey? Starting Every Mickle Foundation, over 31 countries, you've impacted young people, orphans, and the likes. What are some of the highlights for you?
Highlights would probably be our first Christmas Eve event and how many people showed up. That was just really touching for me because I didn't realize that there were so many other people like me who felt like they could make a difference and just didn't know how. And so they had the opportunity to. That's one. Two, I would say officially launching the foundation in 2016. And then number three would be Every Mickle Ghana, our first meeting. It was very emotional for me because it was like, wow, we are come from far.
We are come from far.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Coming back to Ghana in and of itself was emotional for me, but starting every Mikkel here in Ghana, huge, very, very emotional and proud moments just to see how far we've come and know that we're going to go even further.
And I'll digress a little bit and ask you this. I think I've asked Kevoy this. What the difference is between Ghana and Jamaica for you, or would you say the similarities are more than the differences? What if you compare?
Ghana and Jamaica are way more similar than different. There is no doubt in my mind that this is where we are from.
Ah, there we go.
Everything from, and it goes past the look of the people, you know. It's the behavior of the people, it's a vibe, it's also everything that you have, the resources here, the fruits, the vegetation, it just looks like Jamaica. Additionally, just the energy of the people, it's very similar. We have traditions that are similar as well. So I am in touch with the Maroon community in Jamaica, and our national hero or heroine is Nani of the Maroons. She was from Ghana. The other leader of the Maroons was Kojo. Of course, it's a Ghanaian name. We eat things like Aki. You have Aki here.
Yeah.
And it's just 5 million. I can't even tell you. There's so many similarities. The differences, I think, would have come from us being captured and going to Jamaica.
Absolutely.
And kind of the erasing of a lot of parts of us, right? So the tribes, we don't have tribes in Jamaica. We're not aware of tribes or tribal systems or anything like that. Additionally, I would say some of the food is a little bit different. We don't have fufu and banku in Jamaica. I'm on a fufu break right now, but you know the vibe. Additionally, I would say, yeah, it's just a little parts of the culture which makes sense to me. We just weren't exposed to them. So that's it.
I see.
Yeah.
My co-host and I will have food after the show anyway. So we do that every time. But what three values do you hold key, Dr. Brown? What three values?
What do I value? Sorry, one more time.
What three values do you hold most in your life, would you say?
Number one, try your best. And the best you can do is the best you can do. That's number one for me. I'm constantly trying to do as much as I can. Granted, a lot of the times it's too much. Number two, be kind. You never know what somebody is going through or what's going on in their life or how a kind word or a kind action can make a difference. And I would say number three would be, it's okay to disagree. Just disagree respectfully. I actually like when people disagree with me and I get to learn a bit more of their perspectives. Everybody's perspective and perception is just as valid as my own. And that's what makes us beautiful as a people and as a human race, our differences and the diversity in thought and in beliefs and in action and culture. So I would say those three things. Try your best. Everybody's perspective is valid, and be kind. Yeah.
So now, having said that, let's see if any of your students disagrees with you on this.
Right.
I'd like to ask one of them what they think about you, what they make of you. Anybody at all, guys? Anybody I can talk to?
Yes, there are a few. So come up, guys.
Okay.
Everybody in this class is very smart, so don't try and outsmart them. You will lose, I promise you.
I see. So, well, I see.
Who's hiding? Somebody's hiding.
I'm going to be a little biased. I see only one gentleman there, so I'm going to be biased and speak to the gentleman and ask him.
All right.
What's your name?
What's your name?
I'm Damien.
Damien.
Yeah, Damien.
Damien, what can you say about Dr. Brown, your lecturer?
She's the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Wow. Damien, your mother is watching.
She's done so much for me, and she's very kind about everything she's doing. Constantly giving to people, trying to make opportunities for them all over the world, not just in Ghana, and connecting people through love and kindness. So, yeah, she's amazing.
That's so beautiful. Amazing. One more person, to be fair, let me ask one of the ladies.
That was so nice. Okay.
One more. To be fair, let me ask one lady. The lady in the
Which one?
In the long braids. Is it a braid? Yes.
Oh, me?
On the white T-shirt, yes. Your name?
Francisca, please.
Francisca, is Dr. Brown very stern on you guys when you guys are not learning?
Please, what did you say?
Is she hard on you? Is she hard on you?
No, really.
She said not really. Are you sure?
She
Because
balances everything.
There you go. What do you like most about her?
You see, one thing, the most people we should appreciate are those who put smile on others' face. So that got me to like her.
Oh, there you go. Dr. Brown, getting so much love this morning. Anybody else want to say something before we go?
It's the love for me.
Anybody else want to say something before we go? Any of them?
Yes.
Go ahead, Favor.
I'm Favor.
Favor, tell me what you like about Dr. Brown.
A whole lot. Dr. Brown is amazing, and I like her vibe, her relationship with people. Not necessarily the class, but you could tell that that is who she is. And to work with her or to have the relationship with her as your lecturer is so much of an impact to me, especially. And while sitting here listening to her talking about the things she went through negatively, the abuse, the depression, I'm like, whoa, this is someone I think I really need to vibe with. She's an amazing person, and I love her so much.
Love you too, thanks.
And lastly, it won't be fair to not speak to the lady in glasses. So lastly, I'm going to ask you.
Mercy.
Your name is?
Mercy.
Mercy. Describe Dr.
Yes,
Brown in one word.
She is inspiring.
Inspiring.
Oh.
There you go. And just the word we
Inspiring.
needed, because that's what this segment is about. Thank you very much, Mercy. And thank you very much, Dr. Rachel. Dr. Rachel Brown, for sharing your life with us. We also touched in the studio. Thank you for sharing your life with us and your journey with us. We appreciate you so much. We wish you all the best on behalf of the entire team here at MX24. We wish you the best in all your endeavors. Like I said this year, we are certainly going to support you. And how does anyone participate or partake in the Every Mickle Foundation activities?
All right, so you can go to www.everymickelfoundation.org. That's www.everymickelfoundation.org. And all you do is fill out a contact form wherever you want to fit in. You can do that, and then we'll get in touch with you. Additionally, you can follow us on the gram at everymickelja, EVERYMIKKLEJA. And DM us if you want to. We'll be in touch. It's always a vibe.
Nice one. Thank you so much, Dr. Brown. And have a beautiful day.
Thank you. I hope you have one too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you
Class,
so
say
much.
bye.
Bye, guys. Anyways, thank you so much. And that was Dr. Rachel V. Brown. She is a lot of things: philanthropist, lecturer, just an amazing person. And we just finished talking to her. You're still watching the AM Club right here on MX24 TV. What a beautiful, inspiring Monday it is. And we have our very last segment. My sweetheart is standing by waiting for us to deliver that. We have, what's his name? Sorry, let me get that for you quickly. We have Kofi Owusu Peprah coming on the plug. Here's a song by him, No Other God. Enjoy.
No other God. small, big, bigger, biggest. He's too big. Who's small, big, bigger, biggest. Yes. Who's small, big, bigger, biggest. Who's small, big, bigger, biggest. The song says, Big God, oh, Big God, oh. Too big, so that big cannot describe you. Big God, oh, Big God, oh. Mere words can't describe the God you are. So big God, big God, big God, oh. Too big, so that big cannot describe you. Big God, oh, Big God, oh. Mere words can't describe the God you are. Come on, I feel good. I feel good about this declaration. Mere words cannot describe the God He is. Come on, He is bigger than the cancer, than any disease breaking you, bigger than every struggle. Oh, so the first verse says this. Listen, it says, beautiful one, oh, mighty warrior. You are the God of all flesh, nothing too hard for you. Mere words can't describe the God you are. Wow, beautiful one, oh, mighty warrior. You are the God of all flesh, nothing too hard for you. Mere words can't describe it. Let's group this one. It's Big God, oh King. Big God, oh. You're too big, so that big cannot describe you. Big God, oh. Big God, oh. Mere words can't describe the God you are. If the problem is big, oh, bigger is the solve. If the sickness is strong, oh, stronger is the healer. Achimana Mukuche woman, undisputed champion, never lost a battle. Mere words can't describe the God. Everybody go, Big God, oh, Big God, oh. You're true, hey, so the big cannot describe you. Big God, oh. Mere words can't describe the God you are. So mere words can't describe the God you are. Can't describe the God you are. Oh, mere words can't describe the God you are. Hey, mere words can't describe. For the last time, say mere words can't describe the God you are. Yeah. Mere words cannot describe.
And gentlemen, Kofi Owusu Peprah.
Kofi's like fufu.
You know what? It was a merge of the Owusu and the Kofu and Owusu. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Owusu Peprah in studio right here for the plug. And welcome once again. This is not your first time here. Every single day, single time, you come in studio, you actually give us a wonderful performance. And today is no different. This is literally like one of my favorite songs. And you know, I think the last time you came here, you sang. You sang Big God, and I just love the words. The words mean so much. And like I always say, it's the lyrics for me.
Exactly.
You know, past the beat. When I listen to gospel songs, it's the lyrics for me. And if the beat is good, then it's a bonus. But it's always like the lyrics, you know. But welcome once again on the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so today we are here to talk about something new, you know. But before we speak about your new project that is coming up, what have you been up to since the last time you came here?
I've been preparing for my major concert. It's my debut concert.
Yay.
Happening at the National Theatre, so I'm
amazing.
So that's a bold step, right?
Yes. But no, it's good.
I don't want to start off for less. You know,
of course.
I hit the ground running.
Yes.
I hit the ground running. So I've been preparing for my concert. Been going around and dropping 1 or 2 contents here and there
very
on social
important.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all from God. It's all part of the kingdom work.
Amazing.
Yeah, so yeah,
Amazing.
basically.
So would you say that there's been a good progress since the last time you've been here?
Good is an understatement.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Amazing.
God has been better.
Yes.
Motivation Monday.
I'm telling you.
Hey, God has
I
been
love
good,
the
and
sound
I'm
of that.
grateful. I'm sincere.
Okay.
I mean, He's been good to me. It's been good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Everybody's looking at me like, okay.
I know, right? No, like, do you have anything to say?
No,
but anyways,
no.
okay, so now let's
So-
move on. So you have an amazing project coming up. You have a
Yes,
concert, like you
yes,
just mentioned.
yes.
So talk to us a bit more about that. Where did the inspiration come from? Like you just mentioned, it's a very bold step, you know, doing the
Exactly,
National Theatre.
exactly.
But, you know, we are hoping
For a maiden-
and praying.
for a maiden concert,
Exactly.
yeah.
Hoping and praying to God is going to be successful by
Definitely.
God's grace. So tell us about the inspiration towards it and why did you decide to do this concert?
Yes, thank you very much, Edma. My major inspiration is the gift God gave me through my father. You know, I talk about my father wherever I go.
Another great musician.
Yes, my father has literally passed on what God gave him to me. So I don't joke. I don't sit down and act as though I went to some school and learned something. You know, I've never had any major mentor. My father has been all of that to me. My mentor, spiritually, physically. You know, passing on his songs to me. Pick up my song and then refix it and take it. You know, my songs like my timeless songs like that. And so whenever I get the opportunity, I want to celebrate him. Thank you, Daddy. So he's my major inspiration for this program. So I'm putting it together, and I call it a father's gift.
Amazing.
You know? But we can also look at it
From the Father above.
See, the Bible says that he who descended, also ascended and gave gifts to all men. Talking about Jesus, descending to be like man, he also went back and gave gifts to all men. So the Father has a gift for you, the Father in heaven. Hallowed be your name.
Yes.
He has a gift for everybody. So however you look at it, when you come for my program on the 22nd of May, be sure of leaving the place with a gift. All you have to do is to desire the gift. That's it.
That's absolutely
That's
amazing.
it.
And what should we anticipate or expect from? I mean, you just mentioned one of the few things that we should expect from it. But what should we anticipate from this?
I'm going
concert?
to turn into something else. Those who watch me minister.
Yes.
I'm just going to lose my mind on the day. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
are there
like,
going to be any other Ghanaian gospel artists on the show?
definitely. I have my brother Luigi.
Yes.
Happy marriage life, Luigi. Yeah,
yes.
got married on Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So I have Luigi on it. I have Niela from UK.
Yes, Niela.
is coming.
Niela is coming. Yeah, from UK. And I have my mother, Emi Newman.
Is Daddy going to sing too?
Daddy's going to sing.
Yay!
Daddy's going to sing. I'll be performing with Daddy. You know, so I have Niela, I have Luigi, I have Emi Newman, I have my father, I have Obin Poku, I have Shadrach Mensah, a lot of people. Yeah, I have.
Wow, it's going to be a
blessing.
blessing.
It's going to be glorious.
Okay, so now if anybody wants more information about this concert, please, where do they go to?
Please follow me on all my social media platforms.
Okay.
The information, I'm Kofi Owusu Peprah on Instagram, Kofi Owusu Peprah on Facebook. And listen, you need to get a ticket. It's a ticketed program. You need to get a ticket. The regular ticket goes for 60 cedis, and then the VIP goes for 150.
Affordable.
Listen to this one. Star 725 star 7,000 hash. Right now everything is E.
Exactly.
Star 7
E-tickets.
25 star 7,000 hash. Is the number last one?
Yes.
Star. Watch roll. 7 2 5 star 7,000 hash. Follow the process.
And then that's it, you can get your ticket. But will tickets also be available on the day?
Definitely.
But then it's wiser for you to get it before the day, just in case, you know, if it's sold out. So, well, that's absolutely amazing. And again, if you want to listen to any of your songs, you know, prepare our minds and soul before, you know, the 25th of May, right? Where do you go to?
YouTube. I have Kofi Owusu Peprah and on all the digital platforms to have my songs. You'll be blessed.
Amazing.
So blessed.
Amazing.
They can't even go without them doing a freestyle.
Yeah.
Please.
Which one should I? Okay, now I have a new song. It says, no other God like you.
Hey, Yehovah.
We have no other God like you.
Ooh.
No other God like you. You have no other God like you. And I ask you a question. Who else is Alpha? And who else is Omega? What's your response? No other God like you. Who else is Alpha? And who else is Omega? What's your response to that? No other God like you. Last question. Who else has saved you? And who else has delivered you? No other God like you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Kofi Owusu Peprah with the voice. It's the power behind that voice for me. I mean, the singing and the singing, but it's the power. Like it's like as soon as you sing, it's like ooh, and yeah, the passion behind it. You can tell. Yes, but that's absolutely amazing. I mean, we're looking forward towards the 25th of May, National Theatre. It's going to start from what time to what time?
5 p.m. We are starting. 5 p.m. 8 o'clock we are out. Trust me.
Yes.
There's no
Ghana mine time. No.
Okay. People are going to go for work on Monday.
Yes, exactly. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the plug, and that is it for the AM Club today. It's been an amazing Monday, packed Monday, but it's been an amazing one. Let's start by saying a very big thank you to you, our cherished viewers, for sending in your thoughts and comments to all the stories that we covered right here on the show, for sending in your DDOVs, and for sending in your thoughts on your conversation that we had today. But anyways, let's start also by saying a very big thank you to Kofi B for coming in for entertainment and showbiz and news, and also for Lifestyle Daily. I had a conversation with Dr. Charity and Anita on World Malaria Day. As you all know, 25th of April, we commemorate World Malaria Day. This word is a mouthful for me. But anyways, and on today's hashtag Motivation Monday, you had a conversation with?
Yes, with Dr. Rachel V. Brown. So I had a beautiful conversation with her and her class. Amazing woman.
Amazing.
You missed it, guys. It's going to be on our YouTube. Edma will tell you how to watch it.
Yes.
And also on the plug, we had Kofi Owusu Peprah.
Yes, absolutely. And he has a new concert coming up on the 25th of May 2022 at the National Theatre. Do make sure that you purchase your ticket, or just go to his social media platform for more information on that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. And if you missed, like Godwin said, if you missed any part of the show, please do make sure that you head to our YouTube page at MX24GH for all the best highlights of our show right here on MX24 TV. My name is Edma Himalawe, at Edmalawe, EDMALAWER.
They are sacking us. My name is Godwin Nambo, at Godwin Nambo on all social media platforms. See you tomorrow, Travel Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Have a blessed day.
Tell him he's big. We're small, big. We're small, big. Cannot describe you. Big God, mere words can't describe the God you are. So big.